Welcome back to the Change Up Podcast, man. We at a different spot tonight. We came to your house, Fabo.
Yeah, for
came
sure.
to your house tonight. Got Fabian and Harper back with us by popular demand. First, we're going to talk about just kind of what the Right Way's got going on, what we did last weekend, and then we're going to kind of move into just talking about travel ball a little bit. A lot of dynamics that people don't understand, don't know about it. So we just kind of educate you guys a little bit. And so I guess we'll talk about what kind of happened this past weekend with Right Way and the scrimmages and stuff like that. And I'll let you take the floor with that, bro.
Yeah, well, first, man, we in the dog pound, right?
The dog pound.
In my office, obviously you see a lot
the
of
hardware.
behind us, man. So different setting, but I appreciate you, having me on
For
again.
sure, bro. For sure.
Just a little bit about this weekend, man. We had my team scrimmaging. The season was about to start, man. We're like 3 or 4 weeks away from getting ready to jump on the field and start our season, man. So
And it was cold this weekend, bro.
yeah, super cold. It was like sub 30 degrees, but
But we're grinding.
yeah, for sure.
And like the thing me and you talked about, the young ones, they don't even know it's cold, bro.
They out there having fun.
The older kids, they might think it's cold, but when they got out there competing, it was like, bro, it ain't even cold for real. You
Man,
know?
honestly, I don't even think it was the kids. It was more so the parents.
And me, and you.
Right, and coaches was like, it's cold. But like you said, once the kids got on the field and got to competing, it was fine. But we had the 7 and 8 year olds scrimmage each other. We had the 9 and 10 year olds scrimmage each other. And then 11 and 12 year olds got a chance to scrimmage each other as well, just to get a live environment. We've been working throughout the winter as far as in the cages, in the facility, getting work. But it's really good to get on the field and start competing. So we put them in some situations, 1 strike approach, 2 strike approach, 1-1 count.
Yeah.
Different things to, just challenge the kids and put them in a live environment to get ready for the season.
I think, and you may agree with me, you may disagree, I don't know, but I think, it gets monotonous when you come in here. Coming here in the cages and you get your work in, it's over and over every week. You finally want to go out, even if you're playing against somebody that's wearing the same colors as you are with the same logo on, you're competing.
For sure.
And it's a game setting, and it's a guy's throwing off the mound at you. And it may be, especially for like the 9 and 10-year-olds, the 2 national teams. That's where, I spent a lot of the time over there. And it was like the 10-year-olds, they got them kids pumping it. Them kids are letting it eat. And
That's
the
right.
9-year-olds, they grew up. I think that was, to me, that was the best scrimmage of the day.
Right.
Even kill. Talent level, obviously, is going to be a little bit different on the 10U side, but those 9Us competed, bro, and they was right there with them. So it was fun to watch. I didn't get to see much of 11 and 12-year-olds. I don't know as far as competition-wise how that went, but I know 9 and 10-year-olds, that was a good matchup. It was good.
No, 11 and 12 year olds was a good scrimmage.
Yeah.
Even the 7 and 8 year olds, did a coach pitch scrimmage with those guys, man, and the 8 year olds pushed the 7 year olds. 7 year olds got a solid team.
Yeah.
But just to be around older kids and compete, man, I think it helps. Our teams, man. So that's one thing really good about our organization.
Mm-hmm.
We have multiple teams in each age group, right? So it challenge our younger kids when they play against our older kids.
And I think too, kind of bounce off that is the older kids, they know the speed of the game. If you're playing 8, the speed of the game, the 8-year-olds is going to be a little bit faster. So them 7-year-olds are getting to see that, like, hold up, it's a little bit quicker than what we usually were playing. So I think that's good too, bro. I guess as far as the age groups, 7 and 8-year-olds, any name that kind of might be in the spring that is be a surprise to look out for that you think? I guess for each age group, really. 7 and 8s, 9 to 10, 11, 12s?
Yeah, I think, man, that 7-year-old bunch, let's start with those guys, man. That a super competitive team, guys with a lot of talent. One thing about it is those 7-year-olds, I got a lot of kids that are in this facility.
Every day.
Yeah, at least twice,
Every day.
3 days a week, man, coming in here and getting work. And myself, I wasn't doing that at 7 years old.
I
right?
was not either.
But just to have those parents that understand that, if you feed these kids a little bit, they'll take in a lot. So that age group and those teams are really, really talented, man. And just because those guys come in and get some work. As far as a couple names, man, you have, Emmett Knuckles, Emmanuel McClain, Juanito Contreras, Langston Maxwell.
Yeah.
Those are some guys that are 7 years old, again, that are in this facility getting work every day, and it kind of shows when you get on the field.
And they're serious about it.
For sure. And those are guys that, mom and dad ain't got to tell me to go and get some work. I want to get it on my own. And as far as 8-year-olds, man, is, we got 2 teams.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's some powerhouse names on that team, but what I'm more, proud of is seeing some of those new guys, guys by the name of Carter Sanders.
Masons, bro.
Yeah. And both of them, Mason Ferris
Dude,
and Mason Harris.
It's crazy how much better they've gotten in a very short amount of time. I'm talking about like
since tryouts to where we are right now.
Dude, it's
leaps and bounds.
It's wild, but that's just a tribute to them soaking in what we're teaching to them, man,
sure.
and buying into it and trusting it, and it's crazy the difference. I mean, Mason Ferris, he had I think 3 hits this weekend, and like
hard hits. Off the wall,
gaps off the fence,
For
one
sure.
hop in the fence. He was not doing that at tryouts. But he bought in what we were teaching him, and I mean this. So I think that's a testament to not only him, but also us buying into him, you buying into him, and the coaches buying into him, and just really pouring what we believe into him, and him buying into that also.
And to piggyback off that a little bit is if you get in this organization early, right, being around coaches at 7 and 8 years old. You might get a little bit more opportunities if you got raw talent.
That's it.
Right? A lot of people say, hey, I'm going to wait to do something at, 10 or 11 or 12 years old. And you might not get those opportunities when parents think that 11 might be young. That's kind of an old age in baseball if you want to compete at a super high level. So credit to Mason and those kids and their parents for buying in super early, committing to the program, and those kids are, like you said, made tremendous leaps and bounds from tryouts to where we are today.
It's wild, bro. It's wild. I want to jump to that 10U group. That's that 10U national team.
Yeah,
I thought that I was all about them this weekend.
Right.
And they got some arms, they got some hitters, they got some guys that can pick it. One of them I was talking about in our little team meeting at the end. He's the smallest guy out there, but guess what? He's playing like he's 6'5", bro,
sure.
and he is not afraid of nothing.
Right.
He's just a dog. He's a dog, and so I think he kind of carries that team, and he don't even realize he carries that team just by the way he carries himself.
For sure.
But what would you say be a couple names on that team?
Just Trey Harris.
That's it,
right?
bro. That's
Number
him.
one of those guys who's probably the smallest dog on that team, but got the biggest grit.
That's it.
Right. And just, for that team, man, we put that team together last spring.
People gave up on him.
Yeah, for sure, man. We won 30 games.
Wow. At 10 years old.
30 plus games.
At 9 years old, actually.
At 9 years old, 30 plus games, man. And won a Super NIT. Man, went to the PGI and competed, knocked out the #1 team in the country. Man, and played some high level baseball throughout the whole year. And a couple kids decided they wanted to leave the organization and not play with us anymore because they wanted to be around what they say better kids. All right. But just pushing those kids, and credit to the ones who stayed and believe in the program and getting better every day, man. I see that team, competing at a high level and even being better than they were last year.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. We're gonna kind of fast forward here to a different little topic. We're gonna go into talking about what tournaments are coming up, because there's some big time stuff coming up for a couple teams, man. And I'll just kind of let you take the lead on that.
Yeah, man. For our select teams, they compete in a tournament in Centerville, Alabama, on February 21st and 22nd. And then our national teams, man, they're getting ready to go to the Houston 1000.
That's the biggest tournament of the year at the beginning, correct?
Yeah, for sure, the biggest tournament of the year, where a lot of teams are coming together to kind of see how good they are, right on, early on. So
how many teams are out there at that?
It's called the Houston one.
Is it 1,000? Okay, I didn't know if they was just naming it that. If there was 1,000 teams, that's crazy.
It's
wild.
1,000 plus teams.
That's wild, bro.
From 8 all the way to 14.
Okay.
So a lot
Coach,
of teams
Coach
from all over
Fabo
the
said he
country.
was gonna pay for my flight, my hotel, and everything for me to go. So,
Nah, I got you, man. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Put it this way: we will be in Houston
we will
for
be
the
there.
1,000.
Nah, for sure. 8-year-olds. I mean, not 8-year-olds. I'm sorry. 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, and 11-year-old national teams going to compete against the best team in the country. It's gonna be a great tournament.
And a couple teams went last year. How did that go? I know we talked about it on the previous episode when you came in, but there was a good showing the second go around, right?
Absolutely.
The first one was kind of like a whoa, okay, this team's for real.
For sure.
Probably even for the coaches too.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, man, still, like, again, some of those teams, man, hasn't stopped playing ball since the fall, right?
Yep.
Just based on where they live, they got good weather. And that was our first tournament of the year a couple years ago, and we just didn't know, right? So now we know, and now we are, given the opportunity to plan some tournaments before we get there.
Preparing yourself better.
Preparing ourselves better. So it's been a great showing for sure.
Yeah, good. I guess kind of moving into that because that's a big tournament. That'll kind of springboard us into something that I know that I've had a lot of people wanting to hear about and talk about. I think that people don't really understand is how travel ball is different from when me and you were playing.
That's right.
Right, and as far as the cost of travel ball, the way that at the older kids, how showcases aren't really the thing anymore. So you got to play in the tournaments, the Fort Myers and all that kind of stuff. I guess what I kind of want to start with is the cost of it, because a lot of people don't understand what money goes into what different things that have to happen. Because I know a lot of people, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but a lot of people, when you hear them talk, they think, oh, the organization's getting that money, and then the uniforms, I don't understand why it costs so much. Right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. It's coaches, balls, tournaments, because the tournaments go up and all that kind of stuff. So I just kind of let you talk about, you know, all the different ways that the money is involved and has to be dispersed. And then the organization really gets a small bit of that at the very end, I would assume. I'm not real sure.
Well, you know, travel ball is broad.
Yes, it's huge.
You have, you know, some teams that kind of just get put together because dads want to, you know, play travel ball and it might keep the cost down. And then you have organizations, you know, which is totally different, right? But when you have an organization like we do, you have costs, right? You have an indoor facility that you have to pay for.
Lights got to be on, bro. You ain't get no work.
For sure. And then our guys get to use the facility whenever they want, right? So you pay for that. And then, you know, coaches, right? You might have some volunteer coaches if you're playing on a local travel ball team. But if you're playing high-level competition and in an organization, you probably have paid coaches.
Because you want good coaches.
You want good coaches. So if you want your kid to be around and get developed, then you would pay for a coach. That's right. Right. So that's a part of the cost as well. And then just
the cost of the tournaments go up.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's crazy the amount of what the cost of a tournament is now compared to when we were playing. It was like $250. We're going to play in the World Series, bro. Yeah. And now you paying like
$4,000 to play in the WWBA.
Bingo.
Right.
And I'll tell you this: when me and Lively were at Birmingham baseball together, it was $1,750 for the WWBA. Yeah. And you just said it's $4,000.
$4,000.
And you got 300 plus teams in that, so y'all can do the math on that, bro. Right. Perfect game is not hurting.
Nah, for sure. So it just depends on what you want for your kid.
Yeah. Because like you said at the beginning of that, you know, it could be dads that putting it together. They want to keep a core group, which is fine.
That's right.
There's another avenue of that, but like the daddy ball side, we're gonna leave that out today. Sure. But but they may want to keep the core group that's gonna be in the high school together, and that's cool. But they're gonna be able to keep that cost too, about probably $300, $400 because uniforms and all that stuff. And then they may have every weekend they'll put their money. The parents put their mony together to pay for the tournament. That's right. Cool. But when an organization is involved, I don't think that people understood like all the different dynamics of how it worked. And so I think that's good that you were able to break that down for people, because I mean it's different, man. It's different. I mean, I know, like I said, when me and you were coming up, it was I mean, it didn't cost a lot because there wasn't many teams though.
That's right.
You know, so I think that's cool, and I think you know, kind of going into another little topic is showcases are not a thing for the older kids, right, anymore. I mean, they have them, but it's to pay the assistant coaches, the college coaches. I think that's my understanding of it. Right.
I mean, that is a good perspective on it. And showcases are still important to a fault. But you know, at the end of the day, I think what these scouts and college coaches and professional scouts want now is to see you play in a live environment
against very good talent.
Yeah, that's it.
At the end of the day, because you go to a showcase, you're gonna play great talent. I'm not knocking anybody, but you're not gonna see the best of the best. Like, you ain't gonna see the right way playing the Bandits or somebody in Fort Myers.
That's right.
You ain't gonna see that.
Yeah, and these super competitive tournaments, the WWBAs, the PG Elites, right, and even for the younger kids, the PGIs, the PG World Series. These are tournaments where these scouts and college coaches know all the top talent is gonna be.
That's it.
Right?
They're all in one spot.
They all in one spot. So instead of coming to see, you know, maybe this one select kid on a Wednesday night in Trussville, Alabama or Clay, Alabama, let's just pull up at the Hoover Met where I see, you know, all the top kids in the country for
7
one
days
weekend.
in a row.
So I think, you know, playing competitive ball, especially for the guys who want to play competitive ball in the college and professional ranks, playing against good competition, playing in organizations who are going to play a great competition and a great competitive schedule definitely helps your son for the next level.
No doubt. And I know the WWBA is like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, right?
That's right.
So I know your son Junior. He'll be in that 14-year-old age group, correct?
That's right.
What's some of the big names, like national names? You know, 2 or 3 of them that's like real big names in that 14-year-old age group.
I think Tyler Early, one kid.
Okay.
Is best player in the country.
Okay.
Right. 6'3", 6'4".
Give me
250,
that, bro.
275. Left-handed pumping. 90 plus, hitting balls. 500 feet at 14 years old. Right. So he's a top prospect in the country. But you have other guys, man. Brian Johnson, kid that used to play in the organization. Got great parents, man. Kids on a scale to be a really good baseball player. 6'3", 6'4", pumping in 93, 94 off the mound. High level talent, man. And then you got, other guys, man. Just to name a few of guys who are around the state. Mason Jones, kid plays at Spain Park, who you grew up in the organization as well, man. Got some top talent, but man, it's so many great baseball players at an early age now.
It's crazy, dude.
But kids are putting in work, man, and I'm glad to see those guys be successful.
That's me, bro. It makes me excited to see the kids, like, they start working at a young age, and then by the time they're already 14, it's like, dude, this kid's he can go play at LSU right now. That's what's crazy. But that's cool, man. We need to get, when they come to WNBA, we got to get over there and get some of these kids and get on a podcast with us, man.
No, I got some contacts, man. I know these kids.
We got to. We got to. Who you got for the Super Bowl this weekend?
Not a huge fan of any team.
I'm with you.
But I got to go with the Patriots, man. I think Drake May is doing a great job coming in. I think it's his second year. And even Mike Norvell.
Yeah.
Was that his name?
No, Drabel.
Mike
Drabel, the one that played for the Patriots.
Yes, for sure. Okay, yeah. Just to come in.
Norvell, FSU, bro.
Nah, yeah. I don't
they got like 46 people that's left.
Yeah, my partner Andrew is here, big LSU. Florida State fan. But yeah, just to be able to win a Super Bowl as a player, and then kind of redirect that program and that organization, and going back as a coach, I think speak volume of his coaching staff.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
I'm with you, bro. Drake May he's for real.
I didn't think he was that good.
I didn't either, bro. I got
out of North Carolina.
I'm like, what? Like, hold on. And then I look at them, they're 10-2 this year, and it's like, what? I'm gonna ask you another question about the Patriots. What do you think about Bill Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer?
I think it's crazy.
That's like
it has to be able to do something with
Deflategate.
Something off the field.
It's Deflategate. That's what
right?
I'm talking about. I'm like, what?
Something.
There's something. It's got to be something else.
Because
the girlfriend.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Kind of the way he moves with the yacht parties.
Yeah.
Being around.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gotta. Yeah, for sure. So as far as what he's done on the field, I think he won.
Incredible.
7 Super Bowls as the head coach.
And went to 11.
Yeah, nine as I think 2 as assistant. Wow. That's kind of crazy. But if Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are not first ballot Hall of Famers, then
they need to do a Hall of Fame.
No more first ballot Hall of Famers.
That's it. I agree. I agree.
Just move on, because those guys definitely put the work in and won a lot of games.
That's it. I'm gonna test you right here on this one. Baseball Hall of Fame inductees coming up. Who are the 3?
Andrew Jones.
Bingo. I think San Francisco Giants.
My shortstop.
I'll give you another hint. Second base.
San Francisco Giants, second baseman.
Our time.
Who was that?
Jeff Kent, bro.
Jeff Kent?
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff Kent.
And then one more. New York Mets.
New York Mets.
Hitter.
Left-handed.
Not a U.S. citizen. Might be now, but wasn't. Was not born here.
Oh no, who you got?
Carlos Beltran.
Carlos Dog.
That's straight dog. And those are 3 first ballots, bro. That's
I knew
huge.
Andrew
That's
Jones,
crazy.
man.
That's a no-brainer.
My favorite player growing up.
Bro, that's a no. The first step.
For sure. I wore number 25 growing up. Braves was my favorite team, especially back in the 90s, man.
That's what's up.
I'm glad Andrew Jones got in, because he deserved it, man. One of the best defensive center fielders
to ever
play, and he can swing it too.
Don't sleep on him.
Don't sleep on it, right? So I think a lot of people just kind of thinks he's just only defense.
No, sir.
Or was only defense.
Can hit.
But the kid can hit too, for sure.
Yeah. And see that, I sent you a video today of another number 25 son that hit an absolute bomb. Manny Ramirez's son.
Okay.
Dude, the pimp job was the same. The swing was the same.
He in a JUCO in Florida.
Yeah, and he hit an absolute bomb.
That tells you that, man, baseball players are everywhere.
They're everywhere, dude.
Right? You don't
They're
have
everywhere.
to be in the D1. You know, you don't have to go Power 4.
No.
All right? You can go JUCO, NAIA, D2.
Mm-hmm.
There's some baseball players everywhere. And you're right now, at the end of the day, man, you just want to get on the field and play.
Yep.
Right?
So, I JUCO guy, Division II, University of West. We had 11 guys drafted on the team.
For sure.
52-9, national championship.
That's right.
We all had a chance to play pro ball, man. And so you don't have to be a Power 4. You don't have to sign with Ole Miss out of high school, bro. Whatever path that God takes you on, just follow the path and trust it, man. And just do what you got to do to get there, bro. Man, I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Man, I appreciate you.
It was a good one.
I appreciate you coming into our facility.
That's what we wanted to do.
You know,
something different.
Nah, for sure. I think this would be a great thing to do consistently, man. So
And I think we might need to take this to the Houston 1000 if we can ever talk Pat into it, bro.
we can do that.
I think we need to do it.
We can do that. We might as well just. If we all going, we might as well just get in the car and just ride.
That's it. That's it.
All right.
Hey, don't y'all forget to hit that subscribe button, man. Don't do anything but help us out and help us grow, man. So I appreciate y'all watching. Peace.